Well, I think it's time for us to contribute to create a younger generation of farmer, the next generation of farmer already, right? Because the old one is getting older and older. Okay, the younger one will be more modern. Anyway, they study 6, 7, 8 years of agriculture. So why don't we give them a chance?
You're listening to Foodie Canteen, a food podcast brought to you by Good Foodie Media. This is your host, Castle Lim. My guest on the show today, all the way from Perlis, one of the hottest and smallest states in Malaysia, Robin is the owner of Superfruits Valley, a 50-hectare farmland growing superfruits here in Malaysia. To put it into perspective, that's the size of 50 American football fields. I don't think you want to miss this conversation. Hey Robin, welcome to the show.
Hi, Casey. Thank you for inviting me.
Yes, I'm so happy you're here on the show today. Thank you for taking time out to be here on the podcast. To start this interview, I want to set the stage for those people who's not Malaysian or who are Malaysians but have never visited Perlis before. Tell us, what is Perlis like and how's life over there?
It's like what you mentioned just now. Perlis being the smallest state in Malaysia. Perlis is a very different state. Of course, a lot of Malaysians haven't visited Perlis.
Yeah.
The beautiful scenery with mountainous limestone mountains, the landscape, and of course, being the smallest state and the smallest population in the nation, of course, you can see less people around, less car around.
Yeah, which is nice.
Which is nice, less tall building lah. So it is actually a must place to visit lah for Perlis. But people know about Padang Besar, but they don't know about Perlis.
Yeah. And how's life over there? Like, is it you wake up at 8, you go for your prawn noodles, and then you go to your farm? Like, tell us a day life in Perlis.
It's very relaxing, where the sun bright is much more earlier than any other states in Malaysia. That's why Perlis used to be 1 hour earlier than the normal time zone of the rest of the states. So it brightens earlier and it's darkened earlier too. So, it's relaxing. You go mama stall, you get your food, then you have your breakfast, then you go up to your farm, So that's the life of a farmer lah.
Yeah, that's so cool. So cool. We have a farmer on the pod. And since we are a food podcast, right, what is a must-try food when people visit Perlis? Like, what do you suggest?
A must-try is, I can name around a few, but Ikan Bakar in Kuala Perlis is very good, right? Whereas all the seafoods are very fresh. And Laksa Perlis also is very good. They're very famous. And a must-try for people who like what they call it, pekasam. Mm-hmm. It's like a salted fish, but this is pekasam Puyu, Ikan Puyu. That is a must-try. These 3 items is a must-try.
Well, I can smell it from here, the Ikan Bakar especially. I love Ikan Bakar.
Yeah.
And Robin, you are originally from Kedah, which is like next door to Perlis. How was your childhood like?
Well, being a Kedahan, I think Kedah and Perlis is somewhat quite similar, growing up as a kampung boy, cycling around, flying kites, climbing trees, fruit trees and everything. So I'm the youngest among 3 siblings of the family, and it's like a kampung boy by itself lah. On my early years, right, early life, But as you grow, you ventures into city life, Then after your olden days, like me, Then you come back to your kampung life again, going back to your hometown, So that is about me.
And fast forward, like way way back to 2016, which is when Superfruits Valley was born. Why did you decide to do it in Perlis and not Kedah, which is where you're from?
Actually, I'm a Kedahan, of course. I would like to be in my own states, right? But the whole idea of nutritional security being growing superfruits, which are highly nutritional, it's been born, Then we visited a few states in the northern, especially like those in the northern side. And Perlis State offered us this piece of land in Chiping to develop, to invest in. That's how we ended up in Perlis.
And how did you first get involved in the farming business? Because previously you were doing something else, am I right?
Yeah. Previously, I'm in hospitality, then construction, and at the end of the age where you are getting older and older, I see why. Maybe it's because of my father, my late father, he likes planting, our house is full with mango trees, all the fruit trees and so on, So from there, as I noticed that population has increasing. Okay, food is a necessity actually, right? And what happened is that growing food for humans, I think it will be it won't be a mistake, as population getting higher, food demand is higher, and that is how I ventured into growing food business.
And this is a family business, am I right?
Yeah, I started it. My brother is with me now after he retired. My sisters are helping me. My niece are helping me. My nephew are helping me. So it's much more like farming is mostly like a family business now.
So for Superfruits Valley, you guys grow only superfruits. Like, how do you decide what to grow and what not to grow? What's the strategy and the process like?
Currently in Superfood, we started off in 2016. We started gag, fig, and lemon. Of course, through the years after the research for the demand in the market, and slowly we do R&D and development where mostly on fruits which are 100% import from other countries to Malaysia. So then from there, we are in the lowland planting. So we choose the fruits which are suitable for lowland hot climate. And from there, looking at the demand, then we'll start to slowly do research, acclimatization of the plants, see whether they can grow, understand the plant, because what we are planting is mostly actually from foreign country, and the climate over there and climate over here are very different. So from there, slowly we develop, like we add on passion fruit, we add on mulberries, we add on finger lime, which are caviar lime, native to Australia. So it's about time acclimatizing the plants and start to propagate it and expanding it, in commercial size.
And how long does it usually take? Like months, years?
Oh, it takes years. It takes years. It takes years, like cyclations. Like we like this year we'll be commercializing chrysalis, which are Cape gooseberry. It's one of the superfruits in the world. It takes us 3 years to acclimatize them, learning what nutrients to feed them, how to plant them, how to train them for higher yield, to control the pests and the temperatures and so on. So it takes some time actually, because we are growing something which nobody are growing in Malaysia. So you have nothing to learn. Whatever you can read is actually from other countries, which are the climates are different. So we do our own trials,
Are there more risks involved in growing superfruits compared to fruits?
Well, we can't deny that everybody's eating local fruits, right? But Malaysia, we still import all the superfruits.
Yeah.
So automatically, when you are importing it, definitely there's a market for it, right? If not, people will not import it into our country. So from there, we analyze it, then we start to try to grow it. The risk factor is there, but what we are growing actually is a non-seasonal fruits, which actually we harvest daily because of our climates. So we don't have winter, we don't have anything, so we can harvest the whole year round. So the risk factor is there where you're introducing a new crop. But once you have understand them, you have mastered them, I think the risk will be lesser for that.
And what are some of the challenges when growing this fruits that you say there's no precedent? You cannot see how other people growing the same kind of fruits in Malaysia, and you have to learn it by yourself, or even Googling it and seeing other countries where they are growing the same fruits but with different weathers. What are some of the challenges?
Well, the challenges is that, of course, once we choose the fruits, we want to commercialize it, we read, I read a lot of journals being published, you learn about the plants, of course you Google it, you look at YouTube, how other people plants and everything. But the challenging part is that what we are doing, what we are doing actually is different. Because let's say, for instance, right, we want to commercialize Cape gooseberry. Well, there's nothing to refer in Malaysia. Even the Ministry of Agriculture, they don't know how to grow it. There's no referral and all. So challenging is that you need to have passions, right? You grow it, you see it every day, just like how you see your children's. Right? They grow, understand them, with this heat, with this one, the whole year, the circulation of different climates, and now the most challenging part is the climate change, so climate change very drastically, so those are the biggest challenge when you want to introduce a new crop.
And who are your buyers? Are they consumers like myself on Shopee, or you source your superfruits mostly to big giant markets like, for example, Jaya Grocer?
Well, we grow. Our harvest is actually like we supply to all our regulars. People who know us, people who have visited us in our farm. Because they like the whole idea of traceability, where you know where your fruits are grown, right? Locally grown, and we do supply to Jaya Grocer. Okay, all the local figs are from us in Jaya Grocer. And we are available also, all our fruits in QRA, which have two outlets. One is Bukit Tengku, one is Damansara Heights. And we are available online like GrabFood, Foodpandas, and so on. So that there is a few channels of the fresh we are going in.
What are your thoughts on imported versus local products / fruits, seeing that you are a local grower? And then what do you think?
My thoughts is like, of course, before COVID and after COVID is totally different. Malaysians are supporting locals.
Yeah, that's so good.
And we supply through a lot of beverage chains, restaurants. They're using our locally grown lemon without wax, pesticides, So, no doubt about it, people will import imported fruits. But I think local fruits is more fresher, right? We grow locally. We harvest it. We set it up to the market instead of course, imported fruits. They comes in by ship or by plane, with like, for instance, they have to apply fungicides and wax to extend the shelf life, So for me, I would encourage the local to eat local fruits or any local vegetable also, right? And in the same time, it costs lesser, right? Yeah. So from there, the support from all the Malaysian to support local farmers, local food, actually will make a very vast difference for the farming industry, actually.
And let's talk a bit about the values of SV. Superfruits Valley, you guys only hire graduates. This is different from traditional farms where we usually see manual labor outsourced. Why did you decide to take this route?
You see, I've been analyzing in the agriculture industry, right? Well, people hire architects, engineers, which are graduates. People hire accountants, which are graduates in accounting. But where's all the graduates from agriculture? No, nobody have a thought about it, right? And well, being the middle generation of a farming industry, the older generation will not hire graduates.
Why is that? They don't want to pay more, or?
It's not to say that they don't want to pay more. Will the old farmers listen to young graduates?
No. I think it's the Asian culture where you want to respect the senior and you have more knowledge, you live longer than me, kind of.
Yeah. So exactly. So I think it's a time of breaking the mindset. I have hired, I think, almost around 50 graduates in and out, getting experience, mostly on agriculture graduates. They in and they out, they find a better prospect, mostly I will take after they graduates. So after they graduates, they have their degrees or their diploma, then we come to hire to think about it that, well, I think it's time for us to contribute to create a younger generation of farmer, the next generation of farmer already, right? Because the old one is getting older and older. Okay, the younger one will be more modern. Anyway, they study 6, 7, 8 years of agriculture. So why don't we give them a chance, right? So that is how we end up. Well, if you come to say, a lot of people say it's more expensive than foreign labor. But if you think about it, if you don't give the local a chance, and you think about it, you are paying permits and everything, I think it should work out the same, right? Right? And if we keep on using, don't give the locals opportunity, how can we create a younger generation farmers?
Yeah.
Right?
And you think that's very important?
That is very important, actually, because one day they will become they will take up agriculture as a business once they have the experience. What counts is the experience, right? So because farming, you need to be hands-on, so you have that experience, you know how to plant, you know how to everything, to take care of the plants and everything. That is when they will start to do, even they start small, so it is very important, actually. We have a lot of graduates which from agriculture are switching their livelihood to different, because they're not giving the chance, right?
And at SV, you guys actually use a freeze-dried technology that preserves up to 97% of the fruit's nutrients. Tell us more about this tech you are using.
Okay, well, we grow superfruits. Okay, superfruits which are highly nutritional than any other fruits. And we are talking about nutritional security, where the nutrients are so packed in that fruits. But if we start to do other process, dehydrating and everything, then it will deceive the purpose of you growing your superfruits, and they let the nutrients oxidize and everything. So what we do is that we use the system called freeze-dried technology. It is actually developed by NASA. Okay, where how they freeze the fruit minus 55 degrees. Then what they do is that just take out the molecule of H2O. Okay, after they take out the molecule of H2O, it's very light. It's one time, maybe like if you are 100 kilo, the whole process will be like 10 kilo. That is so light that how they send the food up to the astronauts. So we use all our superfoods are actually being processed into using freeze-dried technology. And from there, we make real fruits without like, for instance, our yogurt bites, right? it is real fruits which homegrown in Malaysia. Okay, we freeze dry it, then we make into yogurt bites with the nutrients are retaining 97%. So we make juices, we make lozenges, we make a lot of things, a lot of by end products.
And actually, what are the benefits of superfruits? Because we hear that, like you said, it's packed with antioxidants, fiber, vitamins, minerals. But what are actually like the result that you truly see if you consume these superfruits compared to just fruits?
Okay. I give you an example, right? I give you for example. We talk about gag fruit.
Yep.
You know, GAC, gag fruit, right? So gag is the world latest superfruits actually in the world, being categorized by World Health Organization. Why we say that is that it has 80 times more lycopene than a tomato, 50 times more beta carotene than a carrot, and 30 times more vitamin C than an orange. Right? So if you consume 100 grams of gag fruit, it's like you are consuming equivalent of 8 kilo of tomatoes from the lycopene.
Like one gag fruit, like one little...
100 grams, only 100 grams.
Wow.
And 5 kilo of carrots and 3 kilo of orange for the vitamin C. So this is why they categorize it as superfood, because they are jam-packed on the nutrients. Then each nutrients have different, of course, benefit to our body. Like for instance, lycopene is good for skin. It helps your cardiac, mostly clear your heart arteries. You know, of course, carotene is for your eyes. And vitamin C is like human don't produce vitamin C, only like dogs, cats, animals which are hairy, then they produce their own vitamin C. So this is how we one example why they categorize them as superfruits.
And how do you think Superfruits Valley is making a difference in the state of Perlis?
Well, being a farm and growing things which people don't grow, okay, and in a smaller state in Malaysia, and the most northern state in Malaysia, well, we see that actually the state government are supporting us very well. We are one of the latest tourism attraction in Perlis. Okay, we have people visit us, you know, and well, we can say that Perlis is a small state, but they have the largest fig farm in Malaysia, right? Perlis is a smaller state, but they have the only commercial lemon farm in Malaysia, you know, and we are located in Perlis, and we are the largest superfruit farm in Southeast Asia, right? So the impact is there, and the state governments are very supportive, you know, to promoting nutritional security. I think the impact being Perlis, we can say it's quite very good in Perlis actually. Yeah, very good.
And Mr. Robin, do you have any advice for people who are listening to this podcast who might be interested to go into farming or even studying agriculture?
Agriculture, no doubt about it, agriculture will not be wrong as an industry itself. People need to eat, you know, but growing the right things for the right market is very important. If traditional farmer will farm what people say, oh, you should farm this, it's good, very high price, you you listen to people. But if you're going into this farming agriculture industry, you need to analyze yourself. What is the market demand, how it is and everything. And then only you go in, right? Rather than listening to people, of course, they will tell you what is nice, what is not nice, but you are doing by yourself as a business itself, right? Then for us in Superfruits Valley, of course, we sell fresh, but our way out also is that we look at all our fruits as an ingredients. Okay, ingredient by means that we have the fresh segmentation. We have the ingredient segmentation. For instance, like with fish dry or fig, we make fig ice cream, soft serve. So those are the ideas. I think the younger generations, people will be coming in rather than being traditionally grow. You only need to sell fresh only, right? And other country can export their fruits as an ingredients. Why not us, right? So it's a different strategy now. It's a different strategy, and for this post-COVID, I think the awareness of healthy in Malaysia, I think it grows way, I think double or triple. People are more conscious on their health. Eating healthy, nutritional food are the main concern to boost up their immune systems. So, I think there is a prospect, but it will not be wrong. It will not be wrong to go into a food industry. It's just like I'm just a farmer. Today I'm podcasting with Casey,
Yay, right? Let's go. Yeah. This is like the modern farmer, Thank you so much, really, Mr. Robin, for coming and on the show and sharing your story. I think what you said today is just like there's so much more you can do with agriculture and superfruits, not just selling the fresh produce, but with you hiring graduates as well. They will come in with new ideas like how to turn fresh figs into ice cream, and not only people outside Malaysia can do it in Malaysia, we can do it too, and to like support local and thank you so much, really, Mr. Robin.
Thank you so much, Casey. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
You have just listened to Foodie Canteen. This show is produced by me, your host Castle Lim, and co-written by Subin Chung. Foodie Canteen podcast is made possible by the amazing team at Good Foodie Media. Check us out on Instagram and YouTube at Foodie Canteen for more. Follow us for brand new episodes every Friday. See you next week.